Hey, welcome to another Hydra Business Suite tutorial. On this video, I'm going to share with you the difference between the built-in conversational AI and the conversational AI workflow, both complex and simple. I'm also going to show you how to set both of them up so that you can make a choice on what you want to do with them. Now, they are used for different reasons. The built-in conversational AI is specifically for you to connect to your social media platforms. And that way, when people reach out to you on social media, the conversational AI will reply back as you see fit. So you can also connect that to a workflow AI, and I'll show you what the difference is with that as well. The complex conversational AI is specifically an appointment setter that will be connected to a form. Rather, it's a form that you build within Hydra Business Suite, or it's, if you're doing Facebook marketing and you use the Facebook form, which I recommend, then it will reply back to that form, or any of the other platforms that you can do paid advertising on that has a form, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Now, before I get into what I'm going to share with you, I want you to know that you can also access the additional training by going down here to guides on your main page. When you log in, go down here to guides, and under guides you've got all of these tutorials about these specific topics. And if you scroll down just a little bit here, you've got content AI. What content AI is when you're writing out and typing out emails or any kind of content on your website or squeeze page, you can use the content AI to help you write something a little bit better. It's built within the system. If it's not working for you, it's probably because it may be shut off for your system. If you want access to that, then go ahead and reach out to us and we'll see about getting that connected, and we'll tell you how we can get that done. The conversational AI over here, when you click on here, you've got the conversation AI built into the system, like I'm going to show you here in just a minute, and you've got the automation workflows. There's a workflow that is a snapshot that is built within the system, but I'm going to share with you a workflow that I had somebody else build and paid them to build it much more detailed, and that's the one I'm going to be showing you on this video here today. So when you log in, you're generally on your main site, dashboard or somewhere around here, and this is just an example site. In fact, it's the conversational AI snapshot. So if you don't have the conversational AI snapshot in your account, then just reach out to us and we'll make sure we get that put in there. So what you want to do, we're going to start with the built-in conversational AI. What you want to do is come down here to settings, go to conversational AI, and then you have an option here. You can have it off, which is for the AI to be turned off. You can have it, which means you're communicating with everybody on your social media and your chat widget and all that stuff yourself, or you have a team member that's communicating with people that send in messages and have questions. You have a suggestive often, which means the AI will write a response, but somebody on your team has to go in and actually hit send and send that response. Once you're comfortable with the AI writing its own responses, then you can go ahead and put autopilot, which means it can automatically respond to the messages and on Instagram or whatever the case may be, or in the chat widget, and that way you don't have to mess with it at all. But you still want to keep an eye on it, because you, especially for the first couple weeks or a month or so, depending on how much traffic you come in, because you have the opportunity to train the bot. And I might get a chance to show you that in this video as well, to train the bot on the spot, basically make on-the-spot corrections. Okay, so that's what these here are for. Now up here, you've got the bot settings, which is if you want to connect it to Instagram, Facebook. This is text message back and forth. Your chat widget, if it's on SMS chat, which is the chat widget that would be on your site, and live chat. Okay, so you can select any one of these or all of these. You can put Facebook. Now the thing is, you have to have all of your social media integrated And that should have been done when you got onboarded onto Hydra Business Suite. So all of your social media that you have access to should already be integrated so that when you put it in here, it will reply back with those. And I'm just going to leave this one off here. And then you've got advanced settings for business names. I don't generally mess with this because it takes the business name off of the profile, off the business profile. If it's different, then you might want to put a business name in here. Now, the wait time before responding, you don't want it to wait 2 minutes. You want it to wait closer to 2 seconds. I usually put it at about 7 seconds, right? That gives it enough time to type it out, and then it seems like an actual response as opposed to it being sent out immediately. Also, people aren't going to wait around for 2 minutes. That's a long time for people to be waiting for a response on social media or anywhere else for that matter. And when they're communicating with a business, maybe not when they're communicating with friends and stuff. Remember, lead to speed. Those who get back with their clients quicker are the ones that are usually going to win that business. Maximum messages. So how many times do you want the bot to reply? The average, I've seen most people put it at about 10. You can have it at 5, whatever you want to do. But what this means is the bot's going to reply that many times, and then it's just going to stop. It's going to stop replying. And there's different reasons for that, but basically you want human interaction at some point. The AI is really a good tool, but ultimately sometimes you're going to have to intervene. So when you do respond to the messages coming back and forth, you see the bot interacting with a prospect or a client or whoever's communicating with you, and then you reply. One of your team members replies. Well, the bot won't. It'll basically disengage. It'll go to sleep. In this case, for 2 hours. You can make it for 24 hours. You don't want it to interact with them and follow up with them again until after 24 hours. Okay, so you can have this turned on or off. All right, I would definitely have it on, and I usually put 24 hours. Because I'm going to communicate with them to the point to where we need to finish up whatever they need to, whatever their questions are. All right, and then you make sure you go ahead and hit save. Now I do want to mention that just start out with the regular plan of 2 cents per response. If you start going over and you start getting some overage charges because you're going over the limit, then it might be a good idea, depending on how much traffic you have coming in, to upgrade to the unlimited plan for $59 a month. And then it's just unlimited, you pay the set amount. Now, I'm going to skip over trial here for just a minute. I'm going to go into bot training. So what you want to do for bot training is go ahead and put your URL in here for your website. And if you don't have a website, obviously reach out to us. We'll make sure we get one built for you. But you have to have a website, and it's best to have a website that's also got an FAQ, a frequently asked questions, on it. You might even want to just use the URL specifically to your FAQs. But that alone isn't going to do it, because on your website, many times you've got other contact information, you've got other information. I just put the entire website on there, and that way it scrapes the entire website, or it crawls it, and it gets all the pertinent information so that it learns your website from front to back, every single page, and it can answer most questions that people will send in about your business. But again, make sure you have FAQs. Then you can also add FAQs down here. You can physically type them in and type in the FAQs here, which is a really good idea as well. And as you start updating the AI and making on-the-spot corrections, those questions and answers, you'll see them pop up in here when you come back in. You're going to configure the intent. So this is where you edit the prompt, and you can come in here and you can see what this says. So it says you are a bot for the business, and that business would be attached to the business profile. Tasked to assist customers. You can't, it says here, you cannot help with appointment bookings. I have mine help with appointment bookings, so I deleted this part. But also you can come in here and create a custom workflow. Actually, a custom value down here. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. You can create a custom value that adds in here, so you don't have to type it all out. You just do it once and you put it all in here. What's the goal? You make sure you put in what the goal is. Do you want them to schedule an appointment? Do you want them to just assist the customer and answer any questions? What do you want to do? Then tell the bot anything else you want it to know, like what is its personality, right? What the conversational guidelines. Maintain a casual, purposeful, and concise. You can just go with what's here. Like I like these examples, and you can just go with this, but you can also kind of spice it up a little bit and make it a little bit more fun. Put it in the voice of a character that you resonate with that makes sense for your business or something like that. So once you make those changes, obviously you're going to go ahead and save. And if you just want to reset the default, you can do that. And you can save some templates there, I guess. I've never done that before. Let's come back over here to bot trial. So what the bot trial is when you come down here and you say something like, what are you open on New Year's Day, right? And you ask that somebody asks that question, or you come in here and ask that question, the bot's going to say, I'm sorry, I don't know enough information to help you with that question, because this bot has not read a website. It doesn't know. And if it's not on your website, it's not going to know. But here's where I can train it. I can do something like, I can say, yeah, that's an appropriate answer. Or I can say, no, that's not an appropriate answer. I want you to put, yes, we are open. Let's put 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on New Year's. Or instead of how else may I, if you do some sort of appointments or something like that, you say, would you like to make an appointment? And then it would send, after they say yes, if you have your calendar link and everything set up and you have it built into the system, which you should because you had that done on onboarding day, or if this is a specific calendar, then you can go ahead and it will send that out. So now if I ask the same question, let's see what happens. And by the way, when you're testing here, it doesn't cost anything. This is all free. This isn't costing anything to use this. So you can use this as much as you want. So you say, yes, we're open on New Year's Day at 8 to 12, but it didn't put the, would you like to make an appointment? So I'm not going to spend any more time on this. We could go through here and try to retrain it, but you get the point. So that is the built-in conversational AI, and it's built into, just to reiterate, when you go in and put in your settings, anybody who sends you any message on Facebook, it doesn't have to be a paid ad or anything like that. It's just somebody comes onto your Instagram and they send you a direct message, or they send you a Facebook direct message, or they send you a text message for your cell phone, or they use your chat widget that we put on your website, or the live chat, if you have the live chat set up. It responds to any of these automatically. Sometimes, quite frankly, it'll have it may not reply back the way you want it to, so you got to pay attention to it and make sure you train it. So now let's go over the conversational AI snapshot that you can have loaded into your system. It's more robust, it does a little bit more, but it's specifically designed to communicate with forms that are submitted. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to first go over here to automations, and in this case it's built right in here. You'll see a folder that just says AI, and you may have one that says appointments, but you'll have one that says AI. It'll be a folder. So we got the primary one, which is the simple workflow, and it's very simple. We can take a look at it real quick. The way that this works, this is just coming off of a Facebook form. If you have an ad that you are running, you want to connect it to the Facebook form. And there's another way to do that. We'll go into that later. It sends the first text message. And this text message is a custom value. And I'll show you where the custom values are at. The reason why we put this in a custom value is because custom values are not limited to how many characters you can have in there. You see this here is limited to 29 characters in this area. So we can actually have a little bit more characters in here if we use a custom value. And it's not as important with the SMS as it is with some of these qualifying questions, right? So some of these are quite extensive, but we have the custom values in here for the custom for the company, and then down here we've got the custom value for the qualifying question. What is the qualifying question? Let's go over that real quick. So basically, once somebody sends in the form, it sends a text message, it waits, and then it checks to see if they replied or if they didn't reply. If they replied, then they get asked the qualifying question, which let's say for instance it's a gym, and they might want to ask a question, what have you been a membership of a gym before, or hey, how often do you work out? They want to ask that question. And then they say the second question might be, okay, good, well, do you like to work out alone or do you like to work out in a group? And then they send them to the booking bot. So they ask question number one, it gets answered. Then once it gets answered, the question is answered, it asks question number two, do you like working out alone or working out in a group? Once they answer question two, they say, excellent, would you like to make an appointment? And then they go ahead and send the booking bot. And you can see what happens here basically if they don't contact, if they do contact, if they make no condition met, meaning they didn't reply, then it goes back up here and asks question one again. But the other thing that it'll do, the complex one, is it'll have a much more detailed conversation. Now this is going to be scary, but don't worry about it because you don't have to deal with any of this stuff. Only thing our team has to do is come in and make sure that we set up if you have a form on a squeeze page or a landing page that you have filled out, then we want to come in here and connect the form. If you're using a TikTok submitted form or Facebook or LinkedIn, then we want to come in here and connect those appropriate forms so that when those questions come in, it starts going through the process and it starts asking these questions. Now, you can see this one is much more detailed, obviously. If they reply, they come down here to question one, and then if they don't reply, then it just goes all over the place. So bottom line is, this basically has a conversation with the prospect and ends up sending them the booking link so that they can schedule on your calendar without you having to have a conversation with them. Now let's go over to the custom values that you have to set up. So you come over here to settings. You're on the main page on your account view. Come to settings, come down here to custom values, and if the account has the snapshot, like I said, you'll see all values, and this is where I was talking about actually all values and folders. You'll see all values and you'll see folders. Go to folders and you'll see Conversational AI. And once you open that up, you've got these 8 categories that you need to fill out. The first one is the appointment link, whatever your calendar link is for your appointment. You click over here on the 3 dots, you edit, and you add your appointment link right here. Then the company information, just go right here, and this is where it can be very, very long. I put in mine, for instance, I used ChatGPT to come up with, I had a longer description of my company, all the details, and I went ahead and put it in there, and it's actually very long. So then the company name, obviously it's just the company name, just put the company name in there. Name of the AI assistant. I named mine Alex, but you can name your AI assistant whatever you want to name it, even if it's one of your own staff members, right? So, and that would make sense. So that way when they do call in, they end up talking to the staff member. I don't have anybody working in my organization named Alex. I just have my AI bot named Alex. So that way, it's a familiar name. People like that name for whatever reason. There's some studies behind it. So then qualifying question number 1. What's the qualifying question? What do you want to ask anybody who fills out your form and is looking to make an appointment or is looking for more information about your business? And remember, this is an appointment setter. So if you don't make appointments, then it doesn't make any sense for you to use this particular conversational AI. But in here, you can, you can ask whatever you want in this area. So let's say another example might be a day spa or something like that. Hey, when's the last time you attended when's the last time you attended a day spa? Okay, they answer the question. Great. Then question number 2. Great. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a massage, facial, foot massage or scrub or whatever the case may be? And you can ask those questions, and then they'll reply back. I'm looking for this, that, or the other. Excellent. And then they can go ahead and book their appointment. It'll send them the link. Put your website in here. This trigger message is the message that gets sent out immediately after they fill out the form. So that trigger message might be something like, hey, I greatly appreciate you filling that form. We look forward to serving you. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions before we schedule an appointment? Or something like that. But that's basically what the trigger message is the first message that goes out after the form, whatever makes sense for your industry. And that's basically it. Once you have that set up, it starts having a conversation. All right, so what you're looking at here is a conversation my wife and I was having on Instagram. So I sent her an image or something, and then she replied, wow. And when she replied, this opportunity was created from Instagram, and it created a DM, and then it sent this message. Hey there, what's going on? Need help with something specific? That's the AI. And then I went on to say, we'll be with you shortly. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the message? Hydra Business Suite. I just had this hooked up just for the fun of it because we were playing around with the technology. But obviously I'm not going to have this connected to my private Instagram. But if I didn't like something, for instance, if I didn't like this response right here, this is where I could give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down and retrain it to make a difference. My wife said, no. Okay, so, and then it created another conversation. It just kept doing that, right? So, and then there's some messages we were just sending back and forth. But that's an example of how the messages come in from the built-in conversational AI. All right, I hope that was beneficial to you and cleared some things up and helped you out with the conversational AI, both the built-in conversational AI tool. Both of these cover that. This one is just the setup, and this one is the workflow that you can attach to that. And then if you have any other questions and anything's pressing, you can come up here. Don't forget, you've got the chat widget up here. You click on that. When you go from home to chat, you click on chat, you get the opportunity to talk with somebody via chat 24/7. You can use the AI, the chat with me. That is an AI feature. It's really good. It's very well trained. You can also schedule a Zoom call, or you can get on a live chat with somebody within a couple minutes. They'll log onto your account, and they will probably create a Loom video or something to show you how to do what needs to be done. Otherwise, just reach out if you need any specific help, and we'll see what we can do for you. Again, I greatly appreciate what it is that you do as a small business owner, and we are extremely honored to be able to serve you. Have a great day.